Hi, and welcome to the 2024 Denver Home Show Exhibitor webinar. My name is Dave Mon. I'm the show manager, and on this call with me is Lucy Ferguson. She's our marvelous show coordinator, and Sarah Edwards is our astoundingly good exhibit sales consultant. So that's your Denver Home Show team. And we are really excited to be working with you and putting on the show. This webinar is intended to help exhibitors to prepare for the show, especially those that are new, answer questions that maybe you have, let you know of tips and tricks that can help you be successful, and really just prepare you for the show. So we encourage you to share this with anybody who will be working your booth space, and hopefully it'll answer a lot of questions that you have. We want to recognize and thank our sponsors for this show. We've got improveyourhouse.com. Improveyourhouse.com is the presenting sponsor of the show, and I'm sure you've seen their logo on all of the show logos and in a bunch of our advertising. And if you haven't yet, you will soon. We also have Bath Fitter and Fix It 24/7, heating, air, electric, and plumbing. So if you are interested in sponsorship opportunities and you're looking for ways to stand out from your competition, sponsorships can be a great way to do that. As I mentioned, the presenting show sponsor is already taken by improveyourhouse.com, but we also have an online ticket sponsorship. So anyone who comes to our website to purchase a ticket gets a discount leading up to the show. And that discount would be compliments of your company. It's really a wonderful sponsorship. And in addition to that, you can ask 2 questions of that prospect, of that person coming to the website to get their tickets. And so that, it could be some type of lead generation question, couple of those. And if they choose to give that information, we will provide all of those leads to you. So it could be hundreds of leads that would come to you as a result of being that online ticket sponsor. So it's a really a wonderful sponsorship, and we only do one per show. So if you're interested in that, please reach out to me. We also have the official product sponsor. If you want to stand out from your competition, especially if you're in a highly competitive category. Stage sponsor, we'll be doing a lot of things from the stage for this show, and there'll be a lot. We'll have announcements. We'll have a lot of things going on. So being the stage sponsor can be great. Aisle sponsorship, every aisle will have one sponsor opportunity, and that one's a pretty inexpensive sponsorship, only $500. So let me know if you're interested in that. And then we do one other one, which is a free Ticket Friday sponsor. So if you're interested, we could potentially do something where you sponsor Friday and everyone who comes to the show that day gets in free because of your sponsorship. So if you have any interest in any of those sponsorship opportunities, please reach out. Let me know. I'd be happy to discuss them and work with you on it. As I kind of mentioned this before, but today's agenda, we're going to go over the show. We're going to talk about the show. We're going to talk about before the show, what you should do during the move in, during the show, and then during move out. Some of the show highlights that we have this year. So we've got HGTV's Unsellable Houses twins, Leslie and Lindsay, and they're really pretty popular. We've had them in a number of different markets. In the markets that I've been in that they've come to, they have really had a great crowd and seem to really appeal to the attendees. So we're excited to have them as the celebrities for this show. We also have a few different sponsor or partners that are providing feature spaces. We're doing a glamping feature space, and then also a perfect picnic, which is kind of a glamorous kind of party type picnic setup. And then this is something new that you probably received an email from me about, but we are doing a game show at the show. It's called Price Pursuit. And basically, it's going to take place every day on the stage. We are asking for exhibitors to contribute a prize, and we will be highlighting your company. We'll be playing a game similar to The Price is Right with the attendees, and people will be able to go to the website, sign up to participate. And we're also working with media partners to help to promote it. So we did this in a show in Houston a few weeks back, and it was really successful. We had a lot of fun with it, and so did the attendees and the exhibitors. So if you're interested, please reach out, and we can get you on the list with a prize and highlight your company. Ticket prices. So the box office ticket price is $12 and senior is $7. As I mentioned, the online price is $10 up until March 21st. And so that's why that online ticket sponsorship is so great. You would continue to be the online ticket sponsor during the show when it goes to $12, but those days before, it's especially good for you. And then children 12 and under are free. Show times and days are Friday 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., and then Sunday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. One of the things that Marketplace Events takes very seriously, and I'm sure if you've done other shows, you've recognized it, we really, really try to promote the show and do everything we can to get the right audience at the show. Our advertising budget for this show is $152,200, and that includes TV, billboards, radio, digital, OTT ads, YouTube ads, social media ads, and campaigns. So we spend a lot of time and a lot of money to promote the shows. We really take it seriously that the show is only as successful as our exhibitors are. So it's all about getting you the right type of business and helping you to be as successful as possible. Lucy, I'm just kind of worn out. Maybe it's your turn to talk.
I'll take it from here, Dave. All right, so what to do before the show. So the single most helpful thing you can do to prep for the show is look at our exhibitor kit. If you can go to that direct hyperlink at the top, or if you're just on the website, on any page of the website, you just scroll down to the bottom and you click on exhibitor kit right there. It'll be on any page of the website. And it has everything we're about to go over and a little bit more. And typically, if you have a question, if you check the exhibitor kit first, I can almost guarantee you it'll be on there. And it just saves everybody a little bit of time if you read through that. All right, and then next is your complimentary tickets. So every exhibitor gets complimentary tickets to send out to family, friends, customers. And this is what the email looks like. It comes from this no reply at mail3.microspec.com, which bit of a mouthful. It can sometimes get sent to your spam folder. So if you're not seeing it, check there. They were sent out yesterday, February 15th, assuming your booth space was booked by that date. And you just click on the click here to get started, and it'll take you over to this page. This is your distributor portal. So it's pretty straightforward. You can add a logo on the top left. And you can even track the tickets that you've sent out. So sent, or of course, ones you've sent out. Fulfilled means they were downloaded on the website, and then redeemed means the ticket was scanned at the show. So people you sent to, you can track who actually came to the show. And to send those out, you just click on invite a contact, and it will take you over to this page. And you just enter the ticket quantity, you enter a name, and you enter an email. You can leave a note at the bottom with like your booth number, but that's optional. Super easy to send out. And then for anyone doing any sampling or selling any type of food, You do need to get approved by us, the show team, and also the National Western first. There's a form to fill out. It can be found on the exhibitor kit. We do need those by at least 2 weeks before the show. So get them sent in by March 8th, please. And then for any additional exhibitor services, Jim's is our show decorator. If you need to order anything additional, carpeting, tables, chairs, forklift services, signage, you can order it through them. There's a discount available for it. And if you order before February 29th, you do receive about a 20% off discount. You are, of course, more than welcome to bring in your own furnishings. Jim's is just there for anyone who has to travel in or just doesn't have time to deal with that. And if you need any utilities, electricity, internet, gas, water, you'll contact us for them, and we'll put the order in through the building. All right, so every exhibitor also gets an online exhibitor listing. So within 24 hours of signing your contract, 2 things will happen. One, your basic listing will go live on the website, and this will have your company name, your website, and your booth number automatically. And the second thing that happens is you'll get an email from our system with a way to enhance your exhibitor listing. And there's a link to click in there, and you can just simply add more to your listing, and that link can be used repeatedly until the Friday that the show opens. Now, for some of you, you may have booked a very long time ago and can't find that email. So just send me a message and I can get that resent to you. But the difference for enhancing your listing is huge. If you look into this next slide, on the left, we have a beautiful enhanced listing. They uploaded a YouTube video. They have a description. They have a show special. And the show special is great because that also gets you listed in other places within the show's website. They listed their new products. They link their socials. It looks great. On the right, that is what your basic listing will get you automatically. You got your name, you got your booth number, and you got your website. The enhanced listing looks so much nicer and typically does result in more website traffic for your company. All right, so we are happy to start doing a QR code additionally with the show. So what this is, it's a floor sticker that was going to go right in front of your booth attached to the carpet. And attendees will be able to scan this, get your company information. They'll be able to save it so they have another way to reach you after the show. And once they save your info, they opt in, and we can send them to you as a lead after the show. So just another way for lead generation. And the information that attendees can see when they scan the QR code is also mirrored from your enhanced exhibitor listing. So if you enhance your exhibitor listing, then you've updated your QR code information as well. So a double whammy there, both very important to do. All right. And what comes with your booth? So everyone is going to get an 8-foot curtain on the back side of their booth. And then if you're an inline booth, you'll have 3-foot curtains to separate you from your neighbors. Electricity, tables, chairs, flooring, any other utilities are not included in the price of your booth space. So if you need to order those are going to be a separate item that we can still get added for you. And your booth height should not exceed 8 feet. So if you just follow the back pipe and drape, that is 8 feet tall. That is your height restriction. For those of you that are 400 square feet or higher, you don't have a height limit from us, but you do have a height limit from the building. You can see here essentially where that is 14-foot height in that first room and 11-foot height limit in that second room. So you're welcome to go all the way to the top, but we are limited there. All right. And if the exhibitor kit is the most important thing to do before the show, reading that, this is the second most important thing. Please, please check the move-in map. As you can see, it's complicated. Well, not complicated, but we have to be very detailed with how we move in because we're limited on the doors. And if everyone just kind of follows the schedule, we'll move in just fine. But we do have to be strict with this. So just please check what section you're in. And that is the day you'll be able to drive up to your booth space to unload and set up. If you do not come on your scheduled day, You will not get access to the building to drive in, and you will have to hand carry and cart everything in. Okay, and if you have any questions for us, you need to order electricity or anything on site, this is where the show office desk will be. It's essentially right where the attendees will be coming in. We'll be open the entire move-in. We'll have it staffed throughout the show, and we'll be there for move out. So anytime you're there, we'll be there, and that's where the desk will be if you have questions. All right. And when you get to the building, so what to do during move-in, one of the things is to pick up your badges. So, which can be done at the show office desk. You will need them starting on Friday, because that's when the building will start either checking for tickets or badges. So please pick those up beforehand. Now, if you won't meet all your team members before the show, have them come through that main entrance to pick up their badges at the desk. Like I said, we'll be working that desk the whole weekend, but you will need a badge to access the show floor. Badges are allotted based on your booth size. So 100 to essentially 399 square feet, you get 5 badges. Bigger booths get the 10. And please do not use your complimentary tickets instead of an exhibitor badge. It will skew our attendance, and we do want that to be as accurate as possible. So please just go to the show desk if you need another badge. Okay, so we have started offering storage and trailer parking. It's on the west side of the building in Stadium Hall. It will cover move in, it'll cover the show, and it'll cover move out. It is $100, and spots are first come, first serve. So if you want to leave your trailer inside parked for the show and have easy access to it, you are more than welcome to. We still have a few spots left, but this is not for vehicle parking, because the fire marshal is a little restrictive there, but please no vehicles parked there, trailers, and just general storage. Okay, and we do strongly encourage no fires, specifically electrical. So if you do order electrical and you have that dropped into your booth, use surge protectors, use plugs with grounds. The ground is that third prong. Know what you're powering to what you're plugging into, and no daisy chaining. Daisy chaining is when you just plug power cords into power cords into power cords to make it longer. That is a major fire hazard. And the fire marshal, if he sees that, he will be very upset and shut down the show until we stop that. Okay, Dave, I think I just talked for about 2 days straight. If you would like to close us out.
I can tell, Lucy, that you're exhausted.
I am
You
spent.
need to just sit back and relax for a second. I'll take
happily.
All right, so next, let's talk about what to do during the show. So some to-dos for you during the show. That would include floor covering. We carpet the aisles, and we spend a lot of money to do that. It makes a huge difference on the look of the show, and we expect you to have flooring in your booth space. We do not mandate what type of flooring it is. So it could be anything from those foam tiles to carpet to whatever you'd like, but you have to have it. Next is do stay within your contracted space. So please do not go into aisles to reach your attendees. Please be a courteous neighbor to those that are around you and stay within your booth space. Professionally skirt your tables. So all four sides have to be skirted. They go all the way to the floor. We've got a little demonstration there of what not to do and what to do. So please follow that to do. Do use professional made signage. Do not do handwritten signs, anything like that. Instead, make sure that it's professional and that they're professionally made, and staff your booth during all the show hours. Do those things and you're on your way. The next thing is what to do to be a successful exhibitor. So the first thing I would say is booth locations matters. So the location of your booth space in the show really matters. We sell the booth spaces on a first come, first served basis. So the companies that have been doing the show for years, you will see that they continually book early and they make sure that they're in the spot that they want. That's the first thing you can do to have a successful show. The second thing is be approachable in your booth space. Set up to invite people in from the aisle. It's like when someone comes or you go to visit a neighbor or something like that, and they invite you into their house as opposed to just making you stand on the porch. It's a totally different feel. The comfort level of that attendee, that potential customer for you is much, much greater. Next, display and focus on what you want to sell. Some of you sell a lot of different things. It may not be in your best interest to highlight and discuss all of those things. Instead, focus on the things that matter the most, the things that are most successful for you, the things that make you the most money, and then add in those other things afterward. But focus on what you do best. Next, people want a consultant, not a salesperson. If people feel like they're being sold to, they are going to disengage, turn off. They're going to be far less interested in the product or service you sell and provide. Instead, they want to feel like they're talking to someone who's an expert in the field and in that area. And if they do, they're going to want to buy from you. Next, ask questions and listen to what potential customers are saying. So many times, you guys have all experienced this. When people sell to you, you've experienced it where someone will just rattle off a bunch of features and they really never ask any questions and never understand you as a prospect. Make sure that you ask good questions and then build off of the answers that you receive. Have a goal and measure your success. It's always surprising to me whenever I talk to an exhibitor after the show and they tell me that they don't know whether the show was successful or not. How can that be? You should have a goal and you should measure that goal to determine whether it's working for you or not. And then the last thing, please follow up with the customers that come to the show. It's a bad reflection on the show and on all of us, all of the exhibitors, if you don't follow up. So please make sure that you follow up with the people that came to the show that expressed interest in your product or service. Next, we wanted to demonstrate how to set up your booth space to make it professional and successful. This particular one, the number one, display is professionally done and makes it obvious as to what your company does. So you can see from this, they do exteriors, home exteriors, and you see it in all of the images that they have in the display. They have it in their booth name or their company name. It's located all throughout the booth. The next, they have clear signage with the company name. So in multiple areas in this, there's 3 different areas they have their company name. It's almost impossible to miss what their company name is and who they are. Next, flooring and space for attendees to come into the booth. So not only do they have flooring that you can see, but they've also set up the booth to not have it be so crowded that people can't enter the booth, that they can't invite the attendee into their booth space to talk to them. You can see that they have open space in their booth to allow that. So it's really a good job of them completing all 3 of those things. All right, after the show is over, move out starts at 6 p.m. on Sunday. Vehicles will not be allowed to drive in until we get the carpet moved out of the way, the aisle carpet. Typically, that's by about 8 p.m. It could be a little earlier, it could be a little later, just depending on how quickly that goes. Make sure when you start breaking down your booth space, you are not putting things on the carpet so that we can get that carpet rolled up. Until that carpet gets rolled up, you can hand cart and carry out your materials. But please, please do not break down and move out until 6 p.m. on Sunday. All exhibits and vehicles must be removed 100% by noon on Monday, March 25th. You may not start breaking down until 6 p.m. on Sunday. So I said that maybe 3 times. I could probably say it 3 more times to emphasize how important that is. People buy tickets. They have chosen to come. We always have people on the show floor at 5:50 p.m. So please be respectful of the other exhibitors in the show, be respectful of the show and the people who have paid to be there. Please do not break down your booth space until 6 p.m. This is just something that we want to highlight. This happens in every show. It's really sad and frustrating whenever an exhibitor gets taken advantage of. So we always want to highlight this. There are people who scam the show, just like everything. And they will send you an email offering you an attendee list if you give them money or, different things like that. Please be skeptical whenever you get an email like this. If it's not from me or Lucy or Sarah, it's not legitimate. So, and feel free to send it to us to check, but make sure that you're not giving any money to anyone who offers to sell you a list or anything like that. That is not from us, and it's a scam. Lastly, any questions? If you have any questions, please reach out to us. You've got Lucy Ferguson. She's the show coordinator. That's her phone number. That's her email address. And as you could see, she once awkwardly waved at John Stamos.
Yeah, I did.
And John looked at her. I mean, he was a little freaked out from what I understand.
There was disgust in his eyes.
Yeah.
It was fair.
Yeah.
It was justified.
Then there's me. I'm the guy with the beautiful hair in the middle. And there's my phone number. There's my email address. I'm a kleptomaniac and I'm banned from every Six Flags in the country. So it's not something that I'm proud of, and I'd rather it not be on this slide, but it is. And so I guess I gotta own that. Sarah Edwards is on the right, and there's her phone number and email address. She can make a sound only cats and one species of turtle can hear. So it's really quite remarkable. She often will do it on the show floor. So if you're curious, go ahead and ask her. And she may act a little like sly about it at first, like maybe she doesn't know what you're talking about, but she does. She knows.
She will. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So anyway, that's your show team. We're really excited to be running the show, really excited to be working with you. If we can help you in any way, please reach out and let us know. And as I said before, please share this with anyone who's going to be working your booth space. Have a great show. We want it to be as successful as possible for you, and we're looking forward to it. Anything else, Luz?
No, if you made it this far, thank you.
Yes, if you made it this far, you deserve some type of prize, and Lucy will provide that for you on show site.
We'll have
All right.
treats.
Thank you.